All right, we are live out here, Wild Rose here, Wildcats. The Wildcats here hosting a little conference Friday night action here, CWC South Conference. Head coach Brett Brooks collaborating there momentarily earlier there with head coach Allison Smaglik here. We'll start here with the visiting Cardinals. They are ranked number 2 here in our latest Zaleski Sports polls here in the Division 5 here, the Division 5 ranks. They were last in action back on Tuesday night. A very large victory over Rosholt. So Pacelli 5-0 in conference play, 13-2 overall in the season. And switching things over here to the Wildcats, again head coached by Brett Brooks out of the CWC South. They are 8-8 overall, perfect 500 record. They are 3-4 in conference play. I want to give thanks here tonight to our Auto Select pregame show. Auto Select is Stevens Point's best choice for auto repairs, maintenance, and tires. They have complete auto repair services with locations on Church Street and on Highway 10 East in Stevens Point and on Schofield Avenue in Weston. No matter your automotive needs, look to Auto Select and you are good to go. So the Cardinals, just the two losses. Ryan on the season here against a higher division opponent. Certainly they ran into a very tough team last week, and then of course Aquinas earlier during the season. But they will be back in action. Ryan, they'll be playing the host Mosinee on Tuesday. That's February 3rd. In fact, next 4 games they'll host Mosinee on Tuesday. They will be at Ullman Bancroft next Thursday, February 5th. They will host Wittenberg Burnhamwood, the Chargers coming into town. Of course, Rory Salveson among so many others, and Milena Granquist from that Wittenberg Burnhamwood team. And then they'll be over in Rosholt then Friday, February 13th. Wild Rose, on the other hand, their next 4 games on the docket, they will be at Princeton Green Lake on Monday, February 2nd. Then they will be back home where they will host Valley Christian Tuesday, February 3rd. And they'll host the Hornets of Rosholt next Friday night. That's a 7 o'clock game. And then the following Monday, February 9th, they will host Amherst. So 3 of the 4 next games here for the Wildcats will be here right at home here. Accommodations here from Athletic Director Steve Yeska, getting us all set up ahead of time. Ryan Rasmussen on the production here tonight. Brandon Berencott on the call of this CWC South Conference action. Again, brought to you in part by Auto Select. They are Stevens Point's best choice for auto repairs, maintenance, and tires. They have complete auto repair services with locations on Church Street and on Highway 10 East in Stevens Point and on Schofield Avenue in Weston. No matter your automotive needs, look to Auto Select and you're good to go. And get a chance to talk to Doug Noskowiak down there at Stevens Point Auto Select. Good guy down there to know. Certainly the folks over at Stevens Point Auto Select. Had a chance to talk to Doug a little bit on Wednesday over at the UW Stevens Point, the men's basketball game. Of course, great game to be at over at the Quant Fieldhouse. Bennett Court Pointers head coach Kent Dernbach, they were victorious in that one by a pretty wide margin. I believe that was almost a 20-point victory there over Platteville, the Pioneers here. So 4-way tie in that very tough WIAA conference. But point being, good to see Doug Noskowiak, one of our many game day sponsors here with Stevens Point Auto Select. We'll take a brief pause. We'll be back here momentarily. We'll get our national anthem. We'll have our starting lineups. We will be underway. You're listening to and watching high school girls basketball here tonight. Brought to you in part from our friends from the Hoffaver Real Estate Group and only on Zaleski Sports.
Vehicle maintenance is vital to your day-to-day life. That's why Auto Select of Stevens Point reminds you to be sure to schedule regular oil changes, tire rotations, and general inspections to keep your vehicle in great shape. Let the helpful, friendly staff at Auto Select ensure your vehicle continues to keep you and your passengers safe on the roads, as well as keep your vehicle functioning the way it was intended. For quality, dependable automotive care from service experts, place your trust in Auto Select of Stevens Point. At Auto Select, you're good to go.
All right, we are back, and there was your aforementioned Auto Select here, Stevens Point, our pregame show here. We will we'll get our national anthem here. We'll get our starting lineups as well, and we will be underway here. Brandon Berencott on the call. Ryan Rasmussen. I tell you what, this Ryan guy, he's a superstar in the camera. I think he's kind of got it all. He just graduated from UW Stevens Point looking to do lots of great things. So we'll get our national anthem here.
To honor America and those defending our freedom, we ask those who are able to stand, remove your hats and place your hands over your heart for the playing of our national anthem.
All right, we are back. National anthem here. Let's get our starting lineups here tonight.
Girls basketball battle, the Pacelli Cardinals and your Wild Rose Wildcats. Let's meet the starting lineups first for Pacelli. Starting tonight at junior number 3, Haley Sizeski.
Haley Sizeski, the junior number 3.
Junior number 5, Madeline Pianic.
Maddie Pianic, number 5, the junior.
Freshman number 13, Kinsley Shirk.
Kinsley Shirk, number 13 here, the freshman Kinsley. Jaden Stroik, the other junior here. And senior co-captain Ella Van Order, the senior again, number 33. So you've got Stroik, Van Order, Shirk, Pianic, and Sizeski here for the Cardinals. Again, ranked number 2 in our latest weekly Zaleski Sports rankings in Division 5 girls basketball. We'll get our Wildcat starting lineup here now.
Starting tonight, sophomore number 2, C. Christensen.
Cecilia Christensen. Callie Barr, number 3. Harper Shipley, number 5, the sophomore. Allison Henschel, the junior, number 10. And Fishbach to round out the starting lineups here tonight. One of our game day sponsors there at Masonville Dairy scoreboard sponsor here tonight. Be sure to check out all of our games, a whole bunch of games on the docket here at Zaleski Sports. Have that show that here momentarily. A handful of games tomorrow as well on Zaleski Sports. Be sure to check that out. Website zaleskisports.com. You can get a weekly schedule of all the games. Ryan with those games there on the screen as well here. So we are underway here. Some CWC South Conference action here on this 30th day of January. So we are ready. And the tip here is going to be controlled by the Wildcats over to Barr. Barr goes in with it. That one no good. Haley Sizeski with a rebound out to the Cardinals in transition over to Shirk. Shirk going up with it and score it for Kinsley Shirk. Shirk averages about 4 rebounds a game, nearly 3 assists per game. And about 3 points a game roughly here for the Cardinals. Jaden Stroik leads this squad here, 16.3. Ella Van Order at 14.2. Pianic at 11.3. Haley Sizeski at 11.1 points per game. And of note, Jaden Stroik averages about 6.5 steals per game as well. For the Wildcats, Allison Henschel leads the team here for the Wildcats at nearly 22 a game. Harper Shipley, 7.5 rebounds a game to lead the Wildcats. And Allison Henschel averages about 8 steals a game, so that one poked away. Corey Gersmill, one of the officials over there, making the call over there. Nice job by Corey. We've seen Corey 3 of the 4 times we've been here. Does a nice job here. So Pacelli out front here, 2-0 early goings. Swings it over to Christensen down in the corner. Back up top to Barr. Barr down into Fischbach there. Swings it back up top to Cece Christensen. I believe that was how they announced her during the starting lineup. Celia Christensen here, the sophomore. Go with a variety of sophomores, juniors. And Barr, the lone senior in that starting lineup here for the Wildcats. Pacelli features the 3 juniors, the 1 freshman, and the 1 senior in their starting 5 here. Coach Allison Smaglick. Van Order gets it down. Looking down low, that one stolen out of there. It's Henschel again. As we mentioned, she averages about 7.5 steals a game as well. On top of that, nearly 22 points a game. Madeline Pionic out with a steal up in front to Shirk. Shirk going up with it, and she will draw the foul here, and that's going to go against Christensen. That's going to be her first. So freshman Kinsley Shirk here will shoot a pair. First one is up, and it is good for Kinsley. Second one up on the way and good for Shirk. 2 of 2 there for Kinsley. Pacelli out front here now, 4-0. Over to Barr, that one nearly poked out of there, and Piana comes out of there with it, gets it up to Van Order in transition, and score it for Ella Van Order with 2, and a timeout called here by head coach Brett Brooks. We'll take a brief pause, 15:54 here. Pacelli out front here, 6-0. You're listening to and watching high school girls basketball action here tonight, brought to you in part from our friends from the Hoffavor Real Estate Group and only on Zaleski Sports.
Good evening, folks. Matt LePay here. Ridgetop Exteriors is kicking off your roof replacement like pros. Old shingles off, decking down, ice and water guard set. Textbook protection. Underlayment follows. Sealed tight like an O-line. Valleys flashed. Shingles installed row by row. Captain ventilated. The crew scoops every nail, leaving no yard marker behind. This project's wrapped. Your turn to call the play at ridgetopexteriors.com.
All right, we are back. Ryan counting down here and doing a nice job. Boy, he is one heck of a counter, this Ryan Rasmussen. Want to give thanks here tonight to all of our game day sponsors. Rock and Roll Cafe. Find a great variety of breakfast options at the Rock and Roll Cafe. Breakfast, lunch, Friday, fish fry, and service with a smile. Open daily for breakfast and lunch, and only on Stanley Street in Stevens Point. So make sure to check them out. A very good Monte Cristo sandwich, Ryan, if I do say so myself, among so many other things. So Jaden Stroy comes out of there with a steal. Swings it over to Van Order, 3-ball on the way. That one no good, and it will go back here to the Wildcats. And checking in here will, looks like Rachel Ballinger to check in here for the Wildcats in place of Fischbach. So Pacelli with that early 6-0 lead. That one nearly stolen away there from Zdroik. Good defense there in the corner. They're going to say, we'll get the call here. They're going to get Shirka on that one. That is going to be her first. Reference team foul number 1 here for the Cardinals. Swings it over near side, back up top. As that is Henschel. And Pianik with another steal here, so her second or third. Up to Suzeski, that one no good. Van Order with a rebound, and they're going to call the jump ball here, and it will stay here with the Cardinals here in the by virtue of that possession arrow. So Shirk inbounded here for Pacelli. Looking for Van Order down low, goes up with it and scored. Ella Van Order, as we mentioned, 14.5 points a game for Ella. She averages nearly 4 rebounds a game as well. So one of those 2 senior co-captains between her and Sammy Sankey. That one up no good. Jumper on the way. That one is banked in. So the bank for Shipley. So Wild Cats on the board now. Here's 8-2 our score. 3.5 or so minutes gone by. Half number 1. Looking for Zdroik. Down low. Nice little spin move going in with it. And Jaden Zdroik. A little shake and bake down there in the post there by Zdroik. Swings it over to Christensen. Trapped over there by Van Order and Pianik. And we are going to get a jump ball. It will stay here with the Wildcats. So Christensen will inbound it here. Henschel across the timeline. Allison, just the junior, having herself a pretty good junior season in terms of her offensive and really defensive production as well. Again, as we mentioned, kind of doing a little bit of everything for this Wildcat squad here. And we will get another substitute here. That's going to be Tegan Jackson to check in here. Tegan, the freshman here. I want to give thanks to all of our game day sponsors. Today's game is brought to you in part by Blinds and Designs by Kelly, Premier Auto Body, Dahl Automotive, Stevens Point Brewery, Lee Ayers Jewelers, Point Heating and Cooling, and Portesi Pizza. Pianik 3-ball, that one no good, but Zdroik with a nice rebound there. Looking down low to Zeski, turnaround jumper, no good. Rebound pulled down there by Christensen. So Peyton Zdroik will be set to check in along with senior Sammy Sankey here for the Cardinals. Right around that 13-minute mark or so. Jackson back up to Henschel. Back up to, and that one nearly poked out of there by Pianik. So Peyton will check in for Haley, and Sammy will check in there for Kinsley here for the Cardinals at the 13:06 mark. Charlie owns that 8-point lead here, 10-2. 5 minutes gone by, half number 1. Looking down low, stolen away from Van Order. Up to Zdroik. Zdroik down into Peyton, swings it over to Sankey. Sankey looking for Jaden, back over to Pianik. Pianik, nice little take in the lane. That one left short, but Van Order there with it, and she will draw the foul. So the foul going to go against, let's see, that's, they're going to get Christensen. That's going to be her second. Team foul number 2 now for Wild Rose. Poked out of there. That's Henschel with her second steal of the night. Swings it over to Christensen. Christensen back up top to Henschel. Swings it over to Jackson. Jackson, that one in and out. Rebounded, pulled down there by Bellinger, and a jump ball called. It's going to go back to the Cardinals. Stroik over to Sankey, far side here. Back into Van Order. Van Order down to Stroik. Nice pass down low to Pionic. Pionic goes up with it and score it for Maddie Pionic. And as we mentioned, Cardinals have 4 Cardinals in double digits in terms of scoring per game. That one left there by Cece Christensen, rebounded by Van Order. Back to the Cardinals we go. Bounces it into Stroik. Stroik looking for Peyton Stroik down in the post. And that one going to go out here. Back to the Wildcats we go. And checking now into the game is Isabella Vanderwerf here, the senior, or I beg your pardon, the sophomore, number 35, in place of Cece Christensen. Cece with those 2 early personal fouls. Cardinals showing some good defense there in the inbound. Swings it over to Jackson. Looking down low and picked out of there by Peyton Stroik. Her first steal here of the game. Over to Jaden Stroik across the timeline. Far side down low to Van Order. Posting up, and Ella Van Order now with 6 points. So Pacelli, just the 2 seniors here, Van Order and Sankey. Both co-captains, long 3. That one good if it goes, and that one rattles in. And that is Harper Shipley with a 3. That one in and out. Rebound back to the Wildcats. So Fischbach checks back into the game, number 24 here for Wild Rose. So Shipley with all 5 points here for the Wildcats. Fischbach defended there by Van Order. Back up top over to Ballinger. Ballinger long swing back to Ballinger. Fischbach 3, that one no good. That's going to be off Wild Rose. Back to the Cardinals we go. I give thanks tonight to Maida Custom Apparel. Maida Custom Apparel specializes in providing quality decorated apparel, including from corporate casual team uniforms and promotional items to sporting goods and awards. Find just what you need to keep you looking great. Learn more at MaidaCustom.com. That is MaidaCustom.com, and only at Maida Custom Apparel. So when turned over by the Cardinals, back to the Wildcats here. Pacelli will be back in action, as we mentioned, hosting Mosinee. Mosinee, I believe, Ryan, Division II program. A chance to call a couple of their games much earlier in the season here. Pretty good ball team over there. I have to think that would be a pretty decent game on Tuesday night, but first things first here. Swings it back over to Henschel. That one up. No good. Rebounded by Peyton Stroik. Peyton looking down for Pionic down low, and going to be out of the outstretched arms there of Pionic here. Under 10 minutes to go, half number 1. Henschel looking down in the post to Fischbach. A little bit too far into the hoop there, and Van Order with a good defense there, and forces the turnover there, and back to the Cardinals. Pionic 3 ball. That one is good for Maddie Pionic. The triple there for Maddie. So 5 points here tonight for Maddie. Shelley's largest lead here in this first half here, 17-5. That's Shipley there, back over, and that's going to get turned over there and back to the Cardinals here. That one intended for Jackson up top. Short checks back in, as does Haley Szewski in place of Ella Van Order and Maddie Pionic now here. So Swings it over to Sankey. Sankey bounces it down into Shirk. Long two. That one gonna miss short. Rebounded by Henschel. Henschel picks up dribble, gets it down into Shipley there. Shipley with the lone 5 points here. That's all 5 points for the Wildcats. That one off the glass, rebounded by Szewski. Out in transition over to Zdroik. Zdroik goes up with it and score it for Jaden Zdroik. 4 points now for her. Now the largest lead here for the Cardinals, 19-5. Shipley, that one, and that will draw the foul here, so that will be the second team. That'll be the third team foul, I beg your pardon. It's going to go on Jackson. That one, Peyton Zdroik. Good rebound there by Szewski. Back up with it. Zdroik gets a rebound and score it for Jaden Zdroik. So the 3 team fouls now here for the Wildcats. 2 of those on Christensen, 1 on Jackson here. Pacelli, just the 1 foul on Kinsley Shirk here. Fischbach in some trouble there. And that's going to get turned over here. Coach Brett Brooks coaching Malin up a little bit here. So Calibar back into the game here for Wild Rose. Down low to Szewski and count it for Haley. So she averages 11.5 points a game. As we mentioned, 1 of 4 players averaging double digits for the Cardinals. That one swung over to Fischbach. Cut off there by both Haley and Peyton. And gonna stay here with the Wildcats. Looking for Henschel up top. Shirk with a steal, gets it over to Zdroik. Zdroik, nice little move down low. Leaves that one a little long, rebounded. And right back to Peyton Zdroik on the steal. Looking for Szewski down low and counted for Haley. Szewski now with 4 points. So Pacelli now with the 20-point advantage here, 25-5 here with 7:50 to go, half number 1. We're going to get a foul call down low. I think they're going to get Sankey on that one, I believe. Let's just see. They will. That'll be her first, team foul number 2. Sabar will inbound it, gets it back over to Henschel, up to Jackson, stolen out of there by Jaden Zdroik, and they're going to say that she traveled with that here. Want to give thanks here tonight to Simplicity Credit Union. Simplicity Credit Union brings home the win with great mobile options and the right loan for your family, your business, or your home. Check them out at simplicity.coop today. That is Simplicity Credit Union. So Fischbach checks out here for the Wildcats. I believe that was Becca Button into the game, number 34 here for Wild Rose. And back to the Cardinals we go. Becca Button, I beg your pardon, that is McKenna Jewell, the sophomore, number 54. Checking back into the game here. The Wildcats. Swings it over to Zdroik. Thought about it momentarily. Back over to Sankey. Back to Zdroik near side. Long swing pass over to Shirk. Zdroik 3-ball on the way. That one. Big rebound there by Peyton Zdroik down low. She'll get it back over to Kinsley Shirk. Back up to Szewski. 3-ball on the way. That one no good. Peyton Zdroik doing some work down low. That one no good. Rebounded by Shirk. Szewski gets her own rebound, and that one is going to generate the foul here. So Haley Szewski will go to the line. That's going to go, foul's going to go on Shipley. Now that will be her first. Team foul number 4 here. First one is up, and that one no good. So Van Order and Pionik back into the game here for Sankey and Peyton Zdroik. Tegan Jackson checks out here for the Wildcats. And that one is good. Haley now with 5 points. 26-5 is our score here, nearing that 7-minute mark here in half number 1. Vanderwerf there over to Henschel, looking Shipley getting it down though. Able to convert that one. That was McKenna Jewell, and diving on the floor is the senior there in Ella Van Order. Back up top, that goes to Henschel. Pionic with another steal here. I think that is her 3rd or 4th steal. Out in transition to Shirk on the go, and there's Kinsley Shirk with 6 points now for the Cardinals. Back up to Henschel. And as we mentioned, Allison, she averages about 22 points a game. Has not scored yet here, so that's a good indication here of that defensive front here by the Cardinals. Foul. It's going to be her first, team foul number 3. Henschel in the corner there, going in with it, bounces it down low to Jewell, and Jewell going to draw the foul, and she will go to the ServPro free throw line. You can call ServPro for the #1 choice in cleanup and restoration. ServPro like it never ever happened. You'll get Shirk on that one. That's going to be her second. Both teams now with 4 team fouls. Jewell, that one no good. So Sammy Sankey will check back in here for the Cardinals in place of Kinsley Shirk. Jewell second on the way. That one no good. I want to give thanks tonight to Bruce Orthodontics. Bruce Orthodontics provides comprehensive orthodontic care for patients of all ages. They are now accepting new patients at their Marshfield office and accept most insurances at Bruce Orthodontics. They're changing lives one smile at a time. Set up a free consultation today only at Bruce Orthodontics. So back over looking for Jaden Zdroik. Zdroik over to Szewski, takes it in. Nice little take. Looking for that contact. That one no good by Zdroik, and Jewell comes down with the rebound for the Wildcats. Over to Henschel, back to Callie Barr. That one stolen there by Zdroik, up to Van Order. Van Order goes up with it and scored it for Ella Van Order. Ella now with 8 points here tonight. Tegan Jackson to check back in here for Wild Rose. Along with Malin Fischbach here shortly. Swings it back over to Barr. Barr goes in left with it. Little floater, that one no good. So 3 substitutes coming in here. That's Tegan Jackson, Ballinger into the game as well, along with Malin Fischbach here for Wild Rose at that 5:04 mark here. Pacelli with their largest lead here at 25, 30-5. Henschel, that one no good. Jackson comes on with it. Shipley up with it, no good. Sankey with a rebound. And out to Zdroik, gets it over to Pionic. Pionic able to track that one down. Maddie over to Szewski, taking it in. Nice little move down low and score it for Haley Szewski. 7 points here tonight for her. Back over to Tegan Jackson, swings it far. Over to Ballinger there down low. That one left it short. Szewski with a rebound. Back up to Jaden Zdroik. Zdroik goes up with it, and I'm going to say she traveled with it. Tough to say from that angle, I guess, but that's the call anyways. 4:18 here to go. 32-5 is our scoreboard sponsor there. Of course, Nasonville Dairy, our Nasonville Dairy scoreboard. That one's going to go back to the Cardinals here. I want to give thanks tonight also to Sherrill Tire and Auto Service. Buy 3 and get 1 free tire sale is on now at Sherrill Tire and Auto Service. That's buy 3 tires, get 1 free. Find your location at SherrillTire.com and only at Sherrill Tire and Auto Service. So back over to Sankey. Back into Pionic, looking down low. Van Order looking for Zdroik, and she will score it. So Jaden Zdroik now with 8 points. Good ball movement there by the Cardinals. And she'll back to Jackson, and Pionic with her, at least by my count, 5th steal here tonight. Zdroik looking for Pionic, down low and count it for Maddie Pionic. 7 points now here for Maddie, 36-5 our score. All 5 of those points coming here from the sophomore and Harper Shipley. Jaden Zdroik, the steal up to Pionic. Pionic in transition, count it. And the and one coming up here for Pionic. That's going to go on Ballinger. That'll be her first team foul, number 5 now here for the Wildcats. Pionic looking to complete the and one here for Pacelli. That one is up, and that is good for Maddie Pionic. Pacelli 4 of 5 from the free throw line, 80% here thus far. It's down into Fishbach. That one turned over back to the Cardinals. So 4 to 5, 80%, Ryan. I think just about anybody would take that from the free throw line. Granted, just at 5 attempts, but Sankey to inbound it here for Pacelli. Swings it over to Shirk. Shirk back to Pionic. Bounces it down into Peyton Zdroik. Good takedown low. And a foul going to be called, and a 2-shot foul, and Peyton Zdroik will go to the line here. And that one going to go against Shipley. I believe that's going to be her second, team foul number 6. One more, and you'll be in that single bonus situation here. So Peyton Zdroik first is up, and it is good. Second one on the way. That one's going to miss short. And it's going to be rebounded by Shipley. And Brett Brooks calling a timeout here, 2:55. Here, we're going to take a brief pause, bring it right back. You are listening to and watching high school girls basketball action tonight here on Zaleski Sports, brought to you in part from our friends over at the Hoffavor Real Estate Group.
Mega Custom Apparel, your local source for quality, custom decorated clothing and products. Discover a wide range of products from corporate casual wear to team uniforms, promotional items, sporting goods, and awards. Don't settle for less. With our in-house production, we will make your name or event stand out with custom sports jerseys, branded cooler bags, and personalized can coolers. Celebrate team success with custom awards and promotional items. At Meta Custom Apparel, we put your brand first. Explore your options today at metacustom.com.
I got referred to the orthodontist, and I was really nervous, but in my 2-year process, the staff was very welcoming and very kind to me. My brother also had treatment here, and he was very happy with the smile. I'd recommend Bruce Orthodontics to all my friends and family that want a beautiful smile just like us.
When I come in for my appointment, the wait is really short. All of the workers are very kind and sweet. They try to make sure that everything in my mouth is just right after my checkup, and Dr. Bruce is very nice.
I'd love the opportunity to meet you and transform your smile.
Call us to set up your free consultation today.
All right, we are back here, 2:46 here remaining in this first half of action here tonight. Swings it on over to Barr. Barr Looking for Fischbach in the corner there. Back up top to Jackson, and Pionic nearly gets her 6th steal of the night. Good defense there for junior Maddie Pionic here. 2:31 to go here, half number 1. Henschel back to Barr. Barr going in left with it. Back to Jackson. That's Shipley in the corner there. Back up to Henschel. Allison back to Jackson. And that one going to be stolen away by the Cardinals. Out in transition, looking for Van Order. Ella back over to Sankey. 3 ball on the way. Sammy Sankey 4-3. And Sammy, the one of 2 seniors here, the captain, Sammy Sankey here. So 43, 5-hour score. Henschel looking to try to get baseline there. Cut off there by Pionic again. And looking down low, that's Fischbach up with it. That one no good. Rebound down low, and that one no good. Fischbach gets a rebound. That one, and they're going to get Peyton's Droik on that foul. This will be her first. Team foul number 5. Fischbach will be at the Serve Pro free throw line for a pair. First one is up. That one is good. Second one on the way here for Malin. The junior here, number 24. Second one is up. That one, I'm going to say a lane violation, so it's the 1 of 2 there now, so Shirk across the timeline here for the Cardinals. Bounces it over to Van Order to Sankey. Pionic 3 ball. Good if it goes. And Maddie Pionic, her 2nd triple here tonight. Looking down low into Fischbach. And that one going to get turned over, and that will, over the back here. So under a minute to go in this one. This first half, I should say, Ryan. And you get a pair of substitutes. You've got number 4, Anna Matecki, checking in, along with freshman Vivian Berna here. So Berna and Matecki, first action here tonight for Pacelli. Looking down low for Peyton Stroik, going to draw the 2-shot foul, Peyton. And that's going to go against Shipley. That, I believe, is going to be her 3rd. 7th team foul now, so the single bonus here at the 55.7 mark. That one no good. Her 2nd trip here to the Serve Pro free throw line. McKenna Jewell checking in here for Harper Shipley. Again, Shipley with 5 points, but has those 3 personal fouls here in this first half. Droik 2nd on the way. That one is up. That one no good. Peyton Droik, that one no good as well. 3 ball. And we're going to get a jump ball here. Possession arrow will stay here with the Cardinals. So Shirk to inbound it over to Matecki. Back over to Shirk. Shirk, Pionic triple. That one good if it goes, and it does. And her 3rd 3-point field goal here tonight for Pionic. Back down low and a 2-shot foul. That will get Malin Fischbach back, her 2nd trip to that Serve Pro free throw line here for Malin. First one is up and no good for Fischbach. She'll get a 2nd. On the way, and that one is, and they'll say she lane violation again here, so that one will be wiped away here. So 34.3 to go here, half number one. Shirk, Pionic, Matecki, Berna, Peyton Stroik on the floor here for the Cardinals. That one's stolen away. Out into Henschel. Henschel goes up with it, and Ellison Henschel on the board now with a pair. Pionic bounces it into Berna, looking for Peyton Stroik down low, and back to the Wildcats we go. 10.1 remaining here, half number one. Back over into Fischbach, back to the bar. Bar goes in with it. That one no good. And that, we will be at the half here, 49-8, our halftime score. So we'll take a brief pause. We'll bring it right back here. We'll run through our first half scoring here. Again, you are listening to tonight and watching high school girls basketball action tonight, brought to you in part from the Hoff-Faber Real Estate Group and only on Zaleski Sports.
We have team members in our lives, whether it's this or that or friends, and he's my team member that looked for my best interest. And he said, we're going to get you up walking without the walker. And I'm like, oh, really? And he says, yeah, we are. I'm really grateful from the bottom of my heart to Shai and his staff because they made the impossible seem possible.
Call to set up a free, no obligation evaluation. Next Step Prosthetics, the fit for you.
Does your roof need attention? Don't replace it, restore it with Seamless Commercial Roofing. Our process is guaranteed and a fraction of the cost of replacement with no downtime. When your roof needs attention, call Seamless Commercial Roofing in Marshfield. Is it time to replace your old gutters? Call Schwartz Seamless Gutters and protect your home with new seamless technology. No seams, no leaks. With free estimates in 2 days or less and workmanship guaranteed, our service is as seamless as our gutters.
Is your business, church, or organization getting a fair deal on your copier contracts? Do you even know how much you're spending? Bauer & Fine Business Technologies has been in the office technology industry for 70 years. We have an award-winning service department, and customers love our fair and flexible service contracts. If you're currently a customer, thank you. If you currently work with one of our competitors, let's talk. We can tell you if you're overpaying or getting a good deal. BBT, we want to be the easiest vendor you work with. b-bt.com.
At Nicolet Bank, a great rate isn't new or trendy. Our Real Rewards checking has offered 3.00% annual percentage yield since 2011, earning customers over $30 million in interest. Join your friends and neighbors in experiencing Real Rewards checking and get excited to earn 3% more. See terms and apply at nicoletbank.com. Nicolet Bank. Real people, real conversations.
All right, we are back. We are at the half here, 49-8, our halftime score here. We will run through our first half scoring here tonight. Let's start here with Wild Rose here, the 18 points here so far. Half number one, Harper Shipley with 5. And then Allison Henschel with 2 points here in first half. And then Malin Fischbach with a point here. So the 18 points here, half number one. We'll switch things over to the Pacelli side of the ledger, as we like to say here in Zaleski Sports. Maddie Pionic, 16 first half points to lead all scores here tonight, including 3 triples here tonight for Maddie. And then you get 8 points for Jaden Stroik, 8 points for Ella Van Order, 7 points in the first half for Haley Szyzeski, 6 points in the first half here for Kinsley Shirk, 3 points for Sammy Sankey, and then Peyton Stroik with the 1 point here. Again, the 49 first half team points here for the Cardinals. As we mentioned, they'll be back in action. They will host Mosinee on Tuesday night, and then they will be at Ullman Bancroft next Thursday night, and then they will host Wittenberg Burnhamwood Tuesday, February 10th, and then they will be at Rosholt on Friday, February 13th. So just looking ahead, you've got 3 pretty good, I would argue 3 pretty good basketball games on the horizon here for the Cardinals, with Mosinee, Ullman Bancroft, and Wittenberg Burnhamwood certainly So with that, we will take another pause here. We'll bring it back here, 6.5 minutes or so remaining here, and then we'll get our second half underway. You're listening to and watching high school girls basketball action here tonight on Zaleski Sports, brought to you in part from the Hoff Favor Real Estate Group.
So, after a couple years of this, it's time for more money and better opportunities. That's where Mid-State Technical College comes in.
Are you a born leader? Is hospitality your thing? Maybe you're into efficiency. Or do you love building teams? No matter your path, we've got cutting-edge classes with field-trained professionals and better tuition options. So stop getting by and level up today.
Looking to buy flooring today? Shop R&R Flooring and Furniture. We have more flooring in stock and ready to go than the big box stores. Over 250,000 square feet.
That's right, over 250,000 square feet of luxury vinyl plank and carpet in over 150 colors.
R&R guarantees you will find what you're looking for at a price you won't find anywhere else.
Grab your new floor today or schedule an installation.
When it comes to flooring, furniture, and mattresses,
it's easy.
Come to R&R Flooring and Furniture today. That's all it takes.
If you ask us, picking out new furniture should be fun, and when you work with us, it is. Home Furniture's free design assistance in your home or in our store. We make the process as easy as possible by helping you envision what your furniture and your room will look like. What inspires you? Visit Home Furniture today to create a single sofa or an entire room. We'll help you bring it all together. Dream it, create it, love it. Home Furniture's free design assistance, West Grand Avenue, Wisconsin Rapids, and Post Road in Plover.
All right, we are back here. Let's go through our scoring one more time here. First half statistics here in terms of points here. Again, we'll start here with the host Wildcats here of Wild Rose. First half scoring here tonight, sophomore Harper Shipley with 5. 2 points for Ellison Henschel and 1 point here for Malin Fischbach. And really of note, I would say, Ellison Henschel averages 21.5 points a game. So just the 2 points here. So really, I would say kind of a testament to the first half defensive efforts here for the Cardinals here. Stevens Point, Pacelli. In terms of foul trouble, not necessarily anybody. Well, Harper Shipley does have 3 personal fouls. C.C. Christensen has a pair of fouls, and then Tegan Jackson and Ballinger both with a foul apiece here for the Cardinals in terms of fouls. Both Kinsley Shirk and Peyton Zroik with 2 fouls apiece. Sammy Sankey has a foul, and then Haley Szewski with a foul. First half scoring again here, leading the first half scoring charge here for the Cardinals. Junior Maddie Pionik with 16 points, including 3 3-point field goals here tonight. First half, you get 8 points. First half for Ella Van Order, 8 points for Jaden Stroik. 7 points here tonight for Haley Szewski. 6 points for Kinsley Shirk, and then you get 3 points for Sammy Sankey. 1 point here in the first half for Peyton Stroik to round out your first half scoring here. Pacelli again with those 49 team points here. We'll take another brief pause. We'll bring it right back here. Second half will be underway here momentarily. You're listening to and watching high school girls basketball action here tonight on Zaleski Sports, brought to you in part from our friends over at the Hoff Favor Real Estate Group.
Are you tired of being a boring old tree, bird, or mythical war hero? Find the right job for you at Express Employment. Stop today and discuss positions that fit your abilities and qualifications, leading you to the perfect job. Always local, always strategically selected to match your skill set with local employers. There's a perfect job out there. Let Express Employment professionals help you find it. In Wausau, Stevens Point, Medford, and Marshfield. Find jobs and apply online at expresspros.com.
The Auto Service Specialist at Sherrill Tire and Auto Service can change your oil, fix your brakes, align your vehicle, make that check engine light go away, and more. Great service from great people at Sherrill Tire and Auto Service. Find your location at SherrillTire.com.
Want to save even more at Fleet Farm? Sign up for Fleet Rewards for exclusive offers and deals. Earn points every time you shop. 500 points gets you a $5 reward. It's free and easy to sign up, in-store or online. Plus, earn rewards even faster with the Fleet Rewards credit card. Get 4 times the points every time you use your Fleet Rewards credit card. Start shopping and start saving even more with Fleet Rewards at Fleet Farm.
Protect your ride from the elements with Tommy's Express Car Wash. Our top wash, The Works, is engineered with 14 steps to keep your car clean, whatever the weather. The Works includes detox pre-wash, removing the grime right from the start, seal in the shine with ceramic body wax, and defend against the elements with Tommy Guard. And don't forget to complete the clean with our vacuums and mat washers. Sign up now and wash unlimited at Tommy's Express.
This is my home. I've grown up here. My grandparents always took very, very good care of the house. They worked so hard their whole life to keep things nice. You want to make sure that you're getting the job done correctly. You know it's a dirty job, a big job. When I went out there expecting chaos, and I just saw people on their hands and knees, like they literally picked up everything. Whether it was garbage they left or whether it was garbage that was there. It was a top-tier experience.
All right, we are back. We want to give thanks here tonight to all of our game day sponsors, one of them being Little Scholars Childcare, Little Scholars Child. And Little Scholars Beginnings are too beautiful. Childcare and preschools in Stevens Point offering early child learning for infants through 4K. You'll find great facilities and a comfortable environment to help your child grow. Visit littlescholars.com. That is Little Scholars Childcare. So the Wildcats lead things off here into Barr here. That one up, that one... and a battle for the board here. Jump ball going to be the call here. Back to the Cardinals we go. The Wild Rose, they'll be back in action on Monday night at Princeton/Green Lake. Bounces it down into Zazeski, out to Pionic. Pionic back over to Van Order. Van Order left alone, 3-ball. That one's going to miss short. Pionic there with a rebound and score it. Matty Pionic now with 18 points here in the game to lead all scorers here. As you mentioned, had 9 points coming off the triple. Christensen defended high by Shirk. Back over to Allison Henschel here to reset things for the Wildcats. Henschel looking over to Shipley. Of course, as you mentioned, Harper playing with 3 personal fouls in that first half. Gets it down low. That one up and is good for Fishbox, so she's got 3 in the game. Pionic over to Zazeski. Zazeski back over to Pionic. Shirk looking down in the blocks there to Van Order. Shirk goes in with it, bounces it over to Zazeski. Jumper on the way. That one is good. So Haley Zazeski with 9 points here tonight. Henschel far side over to CC Christensen, defended there by Kinsley. Going in with it is CC. That one left a little long. Shirk with a rebound. Over to Zdroik. Zdroik doubled up there. Long swing pass to Pionic, who's had the hot hand. That one nearly bounces in. That one, battle for the board, and that one is going to stay here with the Cardinals. Back up to Zdroik, 3-ball on the way. That one is good for Jaden Zdroik. So Jaden now with 11 points here tonight. Couple minutes gone by here, second half of action here. Our scoreboard sponsored in part by Nasonville Dairy. That one swung over to Christensen up top. Screen there by Barr. Back into Henschel here. Henschel, nice little take inside. She's going to draw the foul, and she will go to the Serb Pro free throw line for a pair. Will Allison Henschel with 2 points here tonight. First one is up, and that one no good for Allison. She'll get a second. Second one on the way. That one is good for Allison. So 1 of 2 there for Allison Henschel. And they average about 60% from the foul line, do the Wildcats here. Stroik, 3-ball. If it goes, that one in and out, no good. Shirk with a nice long rebound there. So Kinsley resets it back to Stroik, down into the blocks to Pionic. That one no good. Van Order with a rebound. And we will get a jump ball here, and it's going to go back to the Wildcats. Want to give thanks here tonight to Valley Communities Credit Union. For 90 years, Valley Communities Credit Union has been part of your hometown team. Local, trusted, strong Valley Communities Credit Union, where community comes first. Federally insured by NCUA, and that is only at Valley Communities Credit Union. Looking down, Cizeski comes out of there with it. Diving for it, back up to Pionic it goes. So going to get the jersey a little dirty here tonight, Ryan. Strike over to Pionic, jumper from the corner, that one no good. Van Order with a rebound, she'll draw the foul, and we're going to say on the floor here. It's going to go against Fischbach, I believe. That's going to be her first. Both teams with a foul apiece. And Ballinger checking in here for Harper Shipley. Again, Shipley playing with those 3 personal fouls, all of those coming in the first half. Strike back to Van Order. Back to Pionic. Pionic 3-ball. That one misses short. Gets her own rebound. Gets it back over to Strike, back into Van Order. Van Order up to Cizeski. Pionic down low into Van Order. Van Order doing some work down low, and Ella Van Order, the wherewithal to kind of know where she was there, Ryan, and able to get that bucket here. 10 points now for Ella. Again, she averages about 14.5 a game for the Cardinals. Christensen going in with it, back up top to Ballinger. Henschel off the screen here, looking to set the screen here on Shirk. Good defense there by Kinsley there to cut things off. Shelley applying all kinds of defensive pressure. Little jumper, that one no good. Pionic with a rebound. Gets it down into Cizeski. Nice little move down low, and that one going to go. Not going to stay. It's going to stay here. Strike back up top to Cizeski, over to Shirk, near side here. Van Order posting up down on Fischbach. Goes up with it, and that one no good. Shirk comes down with the rebound. Gets it down into Haley. That one back over to Shirk. Jaden Stroik 3-ball. That one's going to fall short. Cizeski with a rebound. That one no good, but she will draw the foul. She'll go to the line to shoot a pair. They're going to get Barr. That's going to be her first. Team foul number 2 now here in the second half. First one is up and is good. Haley 2 of 3 here from the line here thus far. Second one is up, and that one is good, so make it 3 of 4. So Peyton Stroik and Sammy Sankey to check in. Henschel going, trying to get baseline there. And she'll draw the foul. That's on Pionic. That's going to be her first. Team foul 2 now. So Vanderwerf checking in here for the Wildcats. That one is good for Allison Henschel. 4 points here tonight. Second one on the way. That one is up, and that was good. She is 3 of 4 from the charity stripe as well. Of course, that was the Serpro free throw line here, so under 13 minutes here to go. Over to Peyton Stroik, back up to Jaden, back over to Pionic. Swings it over Jaden, looking down low into Peyton. She'll swing it out to Sankey. Pacelli showing some very disciplined passing here. That inside-outside game here for the Cardinals. Swings it over to Stroik. Little head fake there. A nice little take there by Jaden Stroik. And scored for Jaden Stroik. 13 points now for Jaden. Henschel defended by Sankey. Screen there. High ball screen from Cece Christensen. Henschel looking back for Vanderwerf. Christensen looking down low. A little turnaround jumper there for Vanderwerf. That one no good. Peyton Stroik. Swings it over to Sankey. Sankey swing corner over to Pionic. Back over to Jaden Stroik. Pacelli earning some clock here. Looking for that high efficient field goal here. That one turned over here back to the Wildcats. Step back three, that one no good. Stroik with a rebound. So Stroik averages about 8.5 rebounds a game. Van Order good with that one. So 12 points now for Ella. Looking into Fischbach down in the post there, defended by Peyton Stroik. And they will get Peyton on the 2-shot foul. Going to be her third. Shelley's third team foul here. Fischbach for a pair. First one is up and good. Second one up though, that one no good. So back to the Wildcats we go here. Staying right here. Good effort there by Pionic to try to keep that one in play for the Cardinals. Looking down to Fischbach down low. She'll go up with it. Gets her own rebound, goes back up with it. And that one is good for Malin Fischbach now. 6 points here tonight for her. She averages about 3 points a game. Van Order bounces it down low into Pionic, goes back up with it. She'll draw the 2-shot foul, and I think they're going to get Ballinger, I believe. They will. It'll be her second. Pionic's first is up. That one, a rattle in here for Maddie. 19 in the game. Harper Shipley checking back in here for the Wildcats. In place of Malin Fischbach there, who exits with 6 points. Pionic second on the way, that one no good. Able to get her own rebound though. Gets it down into Van Order. Van Order goes up with it. Gets her own rebound. And that one no good here, so back. Wildcats. Looking down low for Shipley. That one maybe thrown away. Actually, they're going to say it's going to... Henschel going in right with it. Screen set there. The Ball screen there set by Shipley there. Looking to try to get something going there, that little give and go with both Shipley and Henschel. Pionic down all alone there to Peyton Stroik. Nice find there in Peyton Stroik. 3 points tonight for Peyton. She averages about 5 points a game, the freshman here in Peyton Stroik. Christensen back over to Henschel up top. Henschel to run point here. Looking down low, and Pionic comes out of there with a steal here for the Cardinals. That one poked over to her. 67-16 our score here in this one. Stroik 3 ball on the way. That one is good for Jaden Stroik. 16 points here tonight for Jaden. Nice takedown low and a score it for Shipley. So Shipley now with 7 points tonight. Of course, Wild Rose had some really good basket. Sankey with a long two, so Sammy Sankey now with 5 points here tonight. Callie Havlovitz, remember her very stellar career over at Wild Rose here, and Lainey Havlovitz, for that matter, before her. And as I understand, I think Callie playing her college basketball down at Ripon College down in Ripon. So 8 minutes to go here in this one. Back over to Pionic. Pionic, Peyton Stroik swings it over, looking for Jaden. Sankey looking down into the post into Van Order. Van Order will go up with it and score it. And Ella Van Order, 14 points in the game. So Ballinger, that will be her third. It's going to be the 4th team foul now for the Wildcats. So Pionic and Stroik, Jaden Stroik will exit here for the Cardinals. So you've got Peyton Stroik, Kinsley Shirk, Ella Van Order, Sammy Sankey, and Anna Mateki now into the game here, number 4, the junior. So that one going to miss short for Van Order. Of course, by virtue of that scoreboard differential, the running clock by WIAA rules has been in effect here. So the 40-point, that's the variance, I believe, is the differential when that comes into play. So Shirk, Van Order, 3-ball jumper, and that's good for Ella Van Order. Ella now with 17 over her average here for scoring here tonight. Give down low, that one no good. Henschel comes out of there with it. Jumper on the way, that one no good. Fischbach battling for it. Down low, that one just missing there. And Peyton Stroik comes out of there with a rebound up to Shirk. So 6:25 and counting to go in this one. Mateki long 3, that would have been good if it went. That one no good. Out in front to Henschel. Henschel up with it. And score it for Allison Henschel. 7 points here tonight for Allison. Swings it over to Mateki. Mateki back over to Shirk. And a traveling called here. I want to give thanks tonight to Ridgetop Exteriors. Just like these players bring their best to the field, Ridgetop Exteriors brings top-tier performance to your home roofing, siding, windows, and doors. Ridgetop Exteriors has the winning strategy to protect your home. Visit ridgetopexteriors.com. Tonight also brought to you in part by Nicolay Bank. Nicolay Bank offers personal banking at its best. Locations in Stevens Point, Wausau, Colby, Medford, Edgar, Merrill, or learn more at nicolaybank.com. So nearing that 5-minute mark here to go in this CWC conference action here tonight. Pacelli looking to advance to 6-0 in conference play. Is it down low? That's Vivian Berna back into Shirk, and she will draw the foul. That's going to go against Shipley. That will be her 4th. Team foul number 5. Kinsley up with it. That one is no good. She will get a second. Get down low on that one. And a foul called here. A 2-shot foul going to the free throw line. That'll be Shipley.
Hello, Wisconsin. Phelps Dairy Store in Stevens Point is your spot for family fun. Wisconsin style at the farm. Come have an ice cream or some of their daily made fresh cheese curds while observing the robotic barn milking the cows. Ask for a tour of the farm or let the kids see the cows up close. Various Wisconsin-made dairy and beef products, seasonal decor, and outdoor activities are just the start of the family fun that awaits you at the Phelps Dairy Store, just a half mile from Walmart in Stevens Point. Phelps Dairy Store, food, family, and fun.
Shipley, that one will rattle in from the Serve Pro free throw line, so 1 of 2 there. 8 points here tonight for Harper. Have our Nasonville Dairy post-game show probably a few moments at the conclusion of tonight's game here. Hopefully get a few words with head coach Allison Smaglick and our Zaleski Sports Highlight House player of the game. I want to give thanks here also tonight to Stevens Point Orthopedics. Stevens Point Orthopedics is proud to provide complimentary sports physicals to Central Wisconsin athletes this winter. Call 715-344-0701 to schedule your appointment. That's 715-344-0701. So looking for Berna inside. Henschel comes out of there with it. Out in transition, Jackson goes up with it when that one no good. And Berna with a rebound. And that one's stolen away. One person to beat going up with it, and Shirk going to draw the foul. It's going to be her 3rd. So CC Christensen.
Looking for a place where everyone feels at home? Welcome to Point Brewery, your family-friendly tap room with something for everyone. From a wide variety of local brews to classic Point sodas for the kids, we've got the perfect pour for everyone. Craving a bite? We've got hot, cheesy Portesi pizzas ready when you are. Whether you're hanging out inside or soaking up the sun in our outdoor beer garden, there's space to unwind. Planning a celebration? Reserve our private event room and make it a gathering to remember. Point Brewery, good times, great taste, all on tap.
It's 32 and counting here. That was Christensen, 1 of 2 there from the line for the Wildcats. Tegan Jackson comes out of there with it out in front to Henschel. Henschel running with it and not able to convert. Jackson there with a score, the rebound for Tegan Jackson now with 2 points here tonight. Back over to Miteki, back to Shirk. So Henschel comes out of there with the steal for the Wildcats, looking to go up with it, and she will draw the foul.
For the best food in town, look no further than Rock and Roll Cafe on Stanley Street in Stevens Point. This locally owned, 50s-themed diner loves to support their community while providing a full menu of breakfast and lunch options, along with all-day breakfasts and Friday fish fry. Enjoy a fun, family atmosphere with delicious meals made from scratch, including skillets and tasty burgers. Dine in or take out is welcome, Mondays through Saturdays from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. Treat yourself to a mouth-watering experience at the Rock and Roll Cafe on Stanley Street in Stevens Point.
Over to Miteki. Miteki back over to Shirk. Anna Matecki, the junior there, number 4, defended. And Vivian Berna, 3-ball, that one no good. Sankey comes out of there, will dribble this one out. And that's a final out here, 78-26. We'll have our Nasonville Dairy post-game show. Of course, Nasonville Dairy with fresh cheese curds made daily. Get your cheese curds, Nasonville Dairy in Marshfield, Curtis, or NasonvilleDairy.com. We'll get a few words here with head coach Allison Smaglick and our Zaleski Sports Highlight House player probably in about 5 or so minutes, give or take. Again, you've been listening to and watching high school girls basketball action here tonight on Zaleski Sports, brought to you in part from our friends from the Hoff Favor Real Estate Group.
Good day. My name is Ken Hyman, and welcome to Nasonville Dairy here in central Wisconsin, Marshfield, Wisconsin, as a matter of fact. Nasonville Dairy actually goes back to 1885. We are the oldest plant in Wood County. When our father brought us here in the early 1960s, we ran 7,500 pounds of milk a day. We now run 1.8 million pounds of milk a day. We buy dairy milk from 200 dairy farmers here in central Wisconsin, produce it, and ship it all over the world. We make a lot of different cheeses. We make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmer's Cheese, Peach Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Fure, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Cafetieri, Cafla Graviera, 20 different flavors of Monterey, as well as making Edam, Gouda, and Munster. This has allowed us to go to a lot of different countries. Our furthest accounts are now in China, Japan, Canada, Saudi Arabia. We do ship to Mexico, as well as a number of other places throughout the world. This is what we call Cheese Making 101. We tried to walk you through the cheese plant today, and we're in hopes that you see our people, what they're doing, and the amount of work that goes into producing the products that we hope you enjoy. We make a lot of different cheeses. We make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmer's Cheese, Peach Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Fure, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Cafetieri, Cafla Graviera, 20 different flavors of Monterey, as well as making Edam, Gouda, and Munster. And the cheese be with you.
Oh, there you are. I was like, where is she? Okay.
They didn't set you up real nice.
No, really. All right, we are back here, head coach Allison Smaglick. First of all, congratulations. You guys get a, you get a victory. You guys, you're perfect in conference play. Talk, first of all, a game like tonight, Coach.
So we came in and kind of knew that we were going to kind of throw a couple different defenses at them. And they did a really good job of transitioning from man, 1-3-1 to a zone. We worked in the second half a little bit on more man because I want to be a little bit better at that, especially, when it comes to playoffs or those bigger teams. Being able to have a couple different defenses in our back pocket is going to be huge. We held Henschel, who, averages about 21 a game.
Yeah.
We held her to, I believe, 5, if I'm right. about there.
You held her to 9.
Okay, 9.
But still,
so
yes.
So we did a good job, and she didn't have that many shot attempts either. She got a couple bunnies towards the end, but they did a good job of locking in on her. No matter if it was man to man, Maddie did a fantastic job guarding her. If it was 1-3-1, they were always aware where she was.
Absolutely, Coach. And you kind of look ahead at the schedule here. You've got some pretty good basketball coming up on the horizon. You're going to host Mosinee. I think Mosinee plays in that Division II, if I'm not mistaken. Had a chance to do a few of their games. That's a very good basketball team over there. You guys, 3 of the 4 next games, really going to probably be a test or a couple of grinders here. Talk about this next couple of weeks and coming up here.
Yeah, now that we're kind of starting to get out of our conference games a little bit, our huge focus is some of those, bigger teams. Those are the type of games that are going to prep us, in some of these games, it's nice that we can get a bunch of different players to be in. But yeah, we gotta, Mosinee is an extremely good team. I just brought it up that they've had a lot, I think that they have 4 or 5 losses, but their losses are against extremely good teams.
Oh, yeah.
They have a very good non-conference team, and they have a really good player who, put up some big numbers against one of the top teams in the state. So we got to make sure. And what's nice is we're familiar with them because we play them all the time in summer league. So we kind of are aware, so we're not going in blind. But yeah, we got to make sure that we come out and get them right off the get-go. Like I said, when teams have to call, in the first half, a timeout within 3 or 4 minutes, we're doing something right?
Yeah.
And so that's our goal, like to have those quick timeouts because that team is doing something wrong and they're going to try to adjust to it. But yeah, like you said, it's, we have Almond and, the girls have some, revenge on them. We saw an article posted and, we're kind of, that's our motivation right now. We're going to, use that every game until, take it out on Mosinee and stuff, and we'll be ready for Almond on Thursday. So
Excellent. Well, Coach, again, congratulations. You guys, just continuing to roll along. But as you mentioned here, those very tough non-conference games that you have, certainly beneficial. Those are only beneficial, particularly as you get into the final stretch of the season and certainly the postseason. Coach, anything more before we get it over to Ms. Maddie Pionic here tonight?
I'm just happy with how she played tonight. We gotta get her rolling. I told her she needed to be more aggressive with the ball. What's nice with our team is if Jaden's having a bad day, this one's going to step up. If she's having a bad day, Ella's going to step up. We have so many different people that could step up at any given point. And it's always a plus when, almost all of our starters in double digits, so. Oh, yeah. But yeah, we'll definitely need her. She's staying healthy so far. We'll definitely need her come those big games. Yeah. So, have fun talking to her.
All right, Coach. That's head coach Allison Spanglick. Maddie Pionic, it's like you never left. You were like the Zaleski Sports Highlight House player, I think, the last time that I did a game for you guys anyways. But, as Coach mentioned here, you got off to a really hot start. You had 16 points in the first half. But really, as Coach said, you're kind of one of those catalysts for this team. We all know Jaden Zdroik and Ella Van Order. But by golly, I think you had probably 6-7 steals tonight. You can put the ball in the hole. You had the 3 3-pointers, but I think you had 6 or 7 steals tonight. You really saw it on the defensive end. Talk about your game, Maddie.
I'd say a big part of my game is just really defense, forcing turnovers, and then getting a fast break.
Getting the fast break. And you're one of those, too, that, you're very athletic. You get out into transition, kind of that outlet for folks like Ella and certainly Jaden and really even Peyton. You've got some nice freshmen here with Kinsley Shirk. Talk about some of those younger players, really, because we're seeing like Kinsley Shirk and, Peyton Stroik getting some pretty good minutes here, too.
Yeah, for sure. We lost a couple seniors, but having freshmen who can really step up is definitely a good part of this team.
Absolutely. Well, Maddie, anything for you, I guess, as you get into this final? It's just so hard to believe how quick this season goes. You have some good basketball coming up Monday night, I think, and then Thursday with Almond Bancroft. How do you guys get prepared over this next 2-week stretch here?
Well, we played Mosinee in summer league, so we kind of know what we're going into. And then Almond, we've played them multiple times, so we're just going to keep working hard in practice and do what we can do.
Just do what you can do, yeah. Well, I think you know the drill here. I'm pretty sure you do anyways. So, I will go 3, 2, 1. I will get out of the way. I'll give you the mic. I'll have you say your name and that you are in the house. So we'll go 3, 2, 1.
I'm Maddie Pionic, and I'm in the house.
He's get hurt. Hey, I get a fist bump. All right, nice job, Maddie. That is our Zaleski Sports Highlight House player here tonight, Maddie Pionic, who leads the way here in scoring tonight for this Cardinals team. Really, as Coach mentioned here, so many different weapons on this team. You've got Ella Van Orders, you've got the Jaden Stroiks of the world, obviously Maddie Pionic and Haley Sizeski and Peyton Stroik and Kinsley Shirk. I mean, you could go on and on really with the contributions that you get from so many of these players here, and just such a good, fundamentally team-sound basketball team here. But let's go through our final scoring here. We'll start here tonight with the Wildcats here of Wild Rose here. They were led in scoring tonight. Allison Henschel with 9 points. As Coach said, she averages nearly 22 points a game, so defensively, Pacelli does a really nice job there. So 9 points for Henschel. You get 8 points tonight for Harper Shipley, 6 points tonight for Malin Fischbach, and then you get 2 points tonight for Tegan Jackson, 1 point for Cece Christensen, and the 26 points here for the Wildcats. Switching things over here to the Cardinals side of the ledger, Maddie Pionic, the aforementioned Zaleski Sports Highlight House player, she has 19 points to lead all scores tonight. 18 points for Ella Van Order, 16 tonight for Jaden Stroik. You get 11 points tonight for Haley Sizeski, 6 points tonight for Kinsley Shirk, 5 points for Sammy Sankey tonight, and then 3 points tonight for the freshman Peyton Stroik. The 78 team points here. The Cardinals, as we mentioned here, they'll host Mosinee Tuesday. Then they will be at Ullman Bancroft, a very tough conference game on the docket next Thursday. And then they'll host Wittenberg Burnhamwood, another very good basketball team, non-conference team. The Chargers, a couple of really good players over there, likes of Rory Salveson and Melina Greenquist. And then they will be at Rosholt then Friday the 13th here. So for the Wildcats, they will drop to 8-9 on the season here. They will move to 3-5 in conference play. They will be back. They'll be on the road on Monday night at Princeton Green Lake. And then next Tuesday, they will be at home here against Valley Christian. And then they will host Rosholt next Friday, in fact. And then they will host Amherst on Monday, February 9th. So Ryan Rasmussen on our production squad doing a great job, as always, to keep me in line, which is never easy to do, but he does such a great job of that. Brandon Baroncott on the call tonight. From everybody here from Zaleski Sports, you've been watching high school girls basketball action here tonight on Zaleski Sports, brought to you in part tonight from our friends over at the Hoffavor Real Estate Group. Have yourselves a very good Friday and weekend, everyone.